Hi Scorpio. Welcome to your mid-monthly June 2019 Tarot and Astrology reading focusing on the full moon in Sagittarius. So, Scorpio, do you feel like you're being tested yet? Because you are. Recently, there may have been an opportunity that presented itself that you may have undervalued or you may not have understood as the opportunity that it was. You're being tested at the minute because this full moon is going to show you how much you truly and authentically value yourself, your time, your love, and your efforts. How big a price are you about to put on it? Because some of you Scorpios don't truly realize how much you undervalue your talents and your skills and your emotions and what you do have to offer. And the thing is, Scorpio, when you undervalue yourself and other people can see your value, they know you're underselling. They'll take you at the price that they give you. Nobody's going to come up to you and say, I will actually, I'll give you more of my time because I know that you're valuable. I know that you have this high priestess vibe. You're intuitive. You're psychic. You're all-knowing, and you understand more than any other sign how dark the darkness can be and how light the light can be. Scorpio is a sign of extremes. The High Priestess card is telling me that when Neptune goes into retrograde, you may start to realize how right you have been and how wrong you have been about certain situations in your life. And Neptune in retrograde is a tricky time to truly understand everyone else and their motives. So for now, Scorpio, in June, as Neptune does go retrograde on the 21st and we're leading into eclipse season, which actually kicks off with a new moon lunar eclipse in Cancer, I believe. So fellow water sign energy, and with Neptune going in retrograde, the water signs at the moment feel as though they're on the edge of something, be it an opportunity, be it a relationship, be it a breakdown. You feel like you're at the edge of something emotionally and you don't know where it's coming from and what the source is. And I'm telling you that this full moon in Sagittarius is incredibly fortunate, if that's even a word. It's fortunate. It's incredibly lucky in many ways. And it's doing wonderful things for you if you could only see just how much you're worth and how much you have undersold your value. Queen of Pentacles makes sense. So the Queen of Pentacles knows her value. She knows her worth. She's sitting there with her pentacle, pretty confident. She's wearing a red robe. She's surrounded by yellow. She has affluence. And she's surrounded by roses. So things are smelling pretty sweet at the moment. But as pretty and as affluent as she is, she's there because she's strong. She's on a very sturdy wooden throne. Do you notice that? The root chakra. Very much connected. You'll know that your root chakra is out of line, out of balance. If you engage in promiscuous or unhappy sexual behavior, or if you feel very undervalued in your relationships. That's a sign your root chakra is out of balance. Do check it. Wear red more. Wear jasper. But Scorpio, you're on the edge of something here, and there are opportunities abound for you if you would only see what your true value and extent is. And if you don't know what it is yet, this full moon's going to tell you. Whether that be relationship, because in career you're headed towards something pretty magnificent. Mars on the 1st of July is going to move into Leo and things are really going to start to take off. Some Scorpios are traveling mid-June and some Scorpios are getting a lot of messages, a lot of communication. The second house for you, Scorpio, particularly if you're a moon and Scorpio person watching this, because the moon often affects your own moon very distinctly. That's the thing about full moons. But in Sagittarius, it's very much to do with how much time you're willing to put in. And are you rushing something that actually deserves more of your time? Or are you taking something too slow that is draining of your energy and resources? Ace of Wands, you're hoping for a new start somewhere. You're hoping for a connection. You're hoping for a spark. You're hoping for that drive and that ambition. Already we have 2 Wands cards here representing the fire element. And with Mars going into Leo on the 1st of July, sorry if I'm talking too fast, I'll slow it down. It's just Gemini season. On the 1st of July with Mars being there, it's really going to put the fire under you in terms of pushing for career progression, no matter what it is. Even if you're not happy in your career, you'll find a hobby or an interest or a passion that really pushes you to achieve something, because that's Mars is where your energy is, right? So you're going to be putting a lot of your energy into that side for you. Now, the Three of Cups is here in the positive position. The challenge is actually the Knight of Cups. I suspected that. And the outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. Bada bing, bada boom. And underneath we have the Queen of Swords, Scorpio. So I'm just going to move this here and give you a little look. The Wheel of Fortune, big, big, big energy. When Mars goes into Leo, it's, you know, the Wheel of Fortune has the fixed signs in it. It's also very Jupiter-esque. Jupiter's in Sagittarius. It's going to be connecting with that full moon in Sagittarius, all in your money sector, all in your worth sector. And we know by now that when we talk about worth in astrology, it's the value of your own time, resources, and your love, for example. Things are about to progress in a way and take a direction that you didn't quite expect. And eclipse season will do that all the time. You think back, Scorpio, to January, the very, very end. You remember that glorious eclipse in Leo, right? Mars there is sort of picking up on that energy. And then we're going to have the sun there at the end of July, and Mercury there, and Venus there. And there's going to be all this push and drive and the momentum that has been just waiting underneath the soil to sprout up from that eclipse, because you had some sort of change there when it came to your career. You've had a big change since. The thing about this is people in your life are rooting for you. There are people around you, as I say, who can see your value. Your friends see your value. And I'll tell you something for nothing, Scorpio. Don't take advice from people you wouldn't switch places with. Take advice from the people that have what you want. Don't be jealous. Because jealousy is what holds Scorpios back from success. Because in the law of attraction, if you're jealous of someone, you are pushing yourself away from what they have. You want to be a champion of those people. Particularly female on female championship. Champion the women in your life and push them to succeed and push them to be the best. And don't cut them down, because you're going to have a very supportive network around you. The Knight of Cups here is saying that romantically, Scorpio, you, in many cases, and this is more for Scorpios in the dating scene or Scorpios that are in unhappy relationships, if your love life is out of whack at the minute, because Venus is in Cancer and that's really harmonious. If your love life is out of whack, it's because you're unhappy in your relationship, and it's because you're underselling yourself and you're undervaluing your precious time that you could be spending with someone who's all for you. If your love life is out of whack at the moment, it's about to change with the Wheel of Fortune there. Okay. Other water signs are super emotional at the moment as well, because all that Cancerian energy, because Mars is going to stay in Cancer right up until the end of the month. Neptune in Pisces retrograde, Sun in Cancer, eclipse season, the moon in Cancer, etc., etc. They could be quite temperamental and emotional. So the water signs around you may feel a little bit too much in the same boat as you, and that could actually be, you know, when you've too many water signs in one boat that are unhappy, it will drown with tears, right? So keep yourself occupied with people that raise your vibration, like the air signs, the Geminis, the Aquarius, the Libra, the fire signs, the Leos, the Aries, the Sagittarius. It's all looking quite good. You know, thinking about it, the Wheel of Fortune could do with a bit of a clarifier. Because it's an interest. Yes, okay, Scorpio. The Wheel of Fortune. That's interesting. I kind of see that as something coming around again. You know, because the wheel goes, oh, right. Okay. Okay. I see where you're coming from. Six of Wands, Five of Cups, King of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. If you're a Scorpio that is still heartbroken or lamenting after an earth sign, this is the full moon to let them go. If you're, you know, if they've gone and there's no sign of them, it's time to say no. You have to concentrate on your own success. That might be blocking you. If you're a Scorpio that's had your heart broken, it really is a good time to focus on your career, because you will be successful at the two cups that you notice. You still have two things standing here. They're very important. Turn around and look at them. For many Scorpios that think an opportunity has gone away, it hasn't. The Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups is saying that something may come around again. In July, Mercury will go retrograde in your career zone. If you've missed an opportunity in career, it is quite possible that it's going to come back. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups, what has gone was not for you and something better is coming in. That much is true. Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Cups. That is a humdinger. That is something really, really, really unusual as a pair. I'm just thinking about this lucky break and what it is. For me, the Eight of Cups I've never seen it, to be honest, be about permanently leaving something behind. You might have to travel and you might feel in two minds about it. You might have to take some space for a relationship just to go back to it with a fresh perspective. For the Eight of Cups, I never really see it as a permanent leave. Do you know what I mean? For me, this is something comes back around. For a lot of you, it is an opportunity. For some of you, it's hearing from a romance that maybe you weren't so sure about. And for a lot of you, it might be a romance getting back on track. However, you may be going on a journey with somebody. If you're very happy and very much romantically connected, you may be going on a journey with a person. It feels like a good thing. And for a lot of Scorpios, I think this is you following your dreams. You know, going after what it is that you truly want, going after what it is that you truly desire, and knowing your worth, so you're off. Some of you, because the Wheel of Fortune, you know, fortune, value, worth, they're all kind of in the same bracket, don't you think? And here's this full moon here. You learned your value, so you're going after what it is that you want. That makes sense to me. Makes a lot of sense. A fresh new beginning of going after what you want. Because the Wheel of Fortune is that sort of, it's a sort of wish card. And it's sacrificing control of what happens next. It's deciding to do your own thing and not giving a hoot about what happens afterwards. I like that. I'm glad to see it. Because I'll tell you something, Scorpio, you're going to be making a commitment to it. For better or for worse. For a lot of you, you're actually going into a marriage. Or really making a solid commitment to somebody, and it's for better or worse. So this full moon shows you where your value is, and your value determines your direction. How much you value your time, your emotions, your energy, your love will determine what way your wheel will go. But you're going after what it is that you truly deserve and you truly desire, and people are supporting you. There's celebrations here. The Three of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, there's celebrations, Scorpio. If you just turn around and see the love that's offered. You know, for a lot of people as well, that's the Two of Cups. So romance really is your perspective on it this month. Your perspective is determining your romantic relationships. And that's kind of fascinating, because if you feel like you will never find anybody else, then yes, you'll settle in a relationship where you're unhappy. If you feel as though the person that left you is the only person for you, then yes, you'll probably find ways to build that theory. If you're still hung up on the past, you will continue to be hung up on the past. You make a change in your head regarding your relationships and your career and all that stuff this month, Scorpio, and the universe will conspire with you. With Neptune going retrograde, it is not the time to get so involved in feelings of nostalgia of the past. The thing about Neptune in retrograde in Pisces, Scorpio, is that it is in your romantic sector. People from the past could come back, and yes, there could be second chances for a lot of people. For some it will work out, and for some it will simply teach you the direction that you need to go. It's very wanderer returns for many. Very much so. But what you do with that, what your vibration is, what your opinion is, what you decide to do next is entirely up to you, Scorpio. I like it. Whatever it is, Scorpio, this journey that you're going on, you're committing to it. You're pretty solid. July is going to be a massive month for you. It's going to be big. It's going to be very, very, very exciting, emotional, all these different types of things. All you need to do in June is decide roughly what direction you want to go and what your price tag is, what your value is. Don't undersell. In fact, people will constantly put their value at a level that's it's more often than not underneath what they truly deserve. So overshoot. That's my advice. Overshoot. Whether you're asking for a raise, whether you're going for a job, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're thinking about leaving a relationship, whatever it is, Scorpio, you commit to it, and that is all you have to do. You just have to say this is the direction you're going. The universe will conspire to work with you, not against you, and you just have to go. I think it's pretty exciting. I like it a lot. So Scorpio, if you want to watch the full June reading, it is still available on this channel in the June playlist, and the extended reading for June is over there too. It's a lot more in-depth, a lot more insightful. So I will see you guys in July. I love you very, very, very much. Thank you for all your support, Scorpios. Scorpio fam unite, and I will see you guys later. Bye.